Hello everybody, Exiled Senpai here. My previous video, How to Troll Your Friends in Minecraft Without Killing Them, was my most popular video yet, so I decided to make another one. First one we're going to do is actually kind of cool, because we're going to trick our friends into completing the redstone circuit for us. We're going to kind of drive them insane. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find a stack of trap chests, and we're going to put them in here, and we're going to just rename them to chest. And if we already have some chests lying around, then we're going to rename those to trap chests. And then we're going to put those chests somewhere conspicuous where our friends will find them. Now we're going to make the bottom of the chest room for our friend to utilize. Now, we can make it any shape we want, as long as the sides are evenly numbered. So if you have an even, you can make a square or a rectangle, but you have to have an even number of blocks on the sides. And this is just to show you what the circuit's going to look like. And so I'm going to start by, let's make one that's 10 by 10, or 10 by 12. So I'm going to dig down 3 deep in a 10 by 12. So here we have our 10 by 12 rectangle. And you don't have to dig down 3 deep. You could dig down 2 deep, but if you really want to do this properly and you really want to troll your friends and make it hard for them to find the redstone, you're going to want to encase this in some obsidian. So I'm just going to put a layer of obsidian at the bottom here, so that once our friend tries to snoop around and finally figures out what's happening, they will have a hard time doing so. Now I'm going to knock out the side walls, and I'm going to replace those with obsidian as well. So now we're going to finally put in our circuitry here. What you want to do is you want to put a bell in each opposite corner. So 2 bells, one there, one there. And I am going to put down these blocks temporarily to make it easier to see what's happening, and I'm going to place them in a grid pattern. So I've put in just half the blocks, and what I'm going to do is, leading up to this bell, I'm going to put repeaters in each of the sides. This one is irrelevant. You don't have to put it in the last one. And then this also going all the way, all the way here. And again, that one's irrelevant. And so I'm going to put in one repeater here. And obviously I don't have to put one here. And I'm going to skip this one. I'm going to go here. And I'm going to turn sideways. I'm going to turn the other way. And I'm going to go in a zigzag pattern. And I accidentally added a delay there. I'm going to get rid of that delay. And so I'm going to go here. And I'm going to skip that one. And I'm going to go this way. And again, you don't need to put one here. I'm going to skip this one, and another zigzag. Don't need to put one here. Skip one, and there you have it. Now I'm going to put in my green blocks in between the orange blocks, like so. Now I've put in the green blocks, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put along the edges repeaters facing towards the bell. And again, this one is not necessary. And on this side, repeaters facing towards the bells. And so we can't put one this way, so here we're going to go like this. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Orange. Wait, yes, this way. We're doing the green now. And that goes like that, and like so. And this should be here like so. Skip that earlier. So we got this one going into this green block. We're going to skip this one, and like so. I'm going to go in a zigzag pattern all the way back here. And we're going to, oops, we skipped this one over here before. Anyway, this goes here and back in a zigzag pattern. again, this should be here from before. We missed that. And this is going to go like so. And if you want to test any of these blocks, just put a lever down, flick the switch, and you can see the path that it takes. And all of these should turn on one of the two bells. I'll just put this down here like this so you can screen capture it. And then I'll also move along to over here so you can see this one, which I've already done. And then also over here you can take a look at this one as well. So now it's time to knock out all these blocks and replace them all with a redstone dust. Both the green and the orange blocks. Now that we're done with that, we're going to cover up our circuitry with a combination of obsidian and crying obsidian. Now you can do maybe a pattern like so on the ground and make that look natural, but whatever you can do to make it look natural. We're going to try to make this look like a normal room, that the obsidian isn't just there for no reason whatsoever. We're going to try to assuage our friends' suspicions as much as possible. And again, if you don't have the obsidian, you don't have to use obsidian. It's just going to be a pain for your friends to try to figure out what's going on if you have obsidian. Alright, so I've made a floor pattern. I'm going to attempt to build a building around this, but forgive me because I'm not the best builder in the world. So I have here my building, my chest room. Obviously you don't have to make it this complicated if you're doing it inside of a mountain. Just the interior is fine. And at this point, no matter where your friend puts down your chests, in air quotes, chests, obviously they're trap chests, as long as they place down a double chest, when they open it, ding. And if you're around and they say to you, "Did you just hear something?" Say, "What are you talking about?" "I didn't hear anything." It's like the slow roll, you know? And when they insist, just say, "Do you need to get your ears checked? There's no sounds. I don't know what you're talking about." And because they're the ones putting the chests down, they'll be even more confused. So this next one I built in my realm because the auto sorter was backed up and wanted to give it some time to filter all the items. This is a copy of the realm, so if I put it into creative, we can still get achievements. Anyway, this is my no-no square. No, don't touch me there.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
Ow. Ow. Don't touch the no-no square. Please don't touch me there. By the way, this design will certainly not work in Java. This is a Bedrock exclusive. So let's hop right into it. Let's make an 11 wide wall and floor. We're going to need 5 blocks of space in the back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then here will be our wall. And I will just build this up. I've made our wall, and right in the middle, you'll see that I've put down a target block and 3 light blocks. And I'm going to hold off putting the signs in for now, just because I feel like I probably will knock these out just to place things down in the proper location. So let's get to work on this thing. First, let's get over here. We're going to need to put this here real quick and get that over here. Get rid of that. And a redstone torch over here. And that will hold our target block. And now because our target block obviously needs to be pulled out from behind by a piston, we need to get the signal from one of these side blocks. So I'm going to come up down here, knock this out really quick, and I'm going to put in a observer. And because we don't want our observer triggering twice, once when the light lights up and once when it unlights up, we're going to channel lock it like so. So I'm going to put a repeater here and a repeater here. This on a 4-tick delay. Put another repeater here. Put this on a 1-tick delay. And then I'm going to connect it all with redstone like so. And so now when we target the target block, it will shoot out twice. But by the time the second pulse comes out here, the first pulse will have channel locked this repeater, and the repeater will only come out here once. Now over here, we're going to put our hopper clock. This is going to go this way, and I'm going to knock this one out and put it back into this one. So now the two hoppers are facing each other. I'm going to put a redstone block right here. In here, I'm going to put in 4 of any item. And then it's very important you do this in the second slot. 1 item that doesn't stack. It can't be the other way around. It has to be like this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a block over here. Put a block here. A comparator coming out of this block. A piston coming out of this block. A normal one. That way. And then over here, knock that out. Place a redstone dust. Another glass block, and then 2 more redstone dust right here. I'm going to put another piston over here, like so. And then knock these out. I'm going to bring that line up. I'm going to bring this 1, 2. And then like so. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to put a block here just so these 2 signals don't touch each other. So I'm going to put a redstone block right here, and that's going to trigger our dispenser every time it gets moved over here. And right over here, block that off real quick. I'm going to break this. You would have to do this. Put that right there, and then cover this back up. Let's put a normal piston right here. I don't know if I can even get that from this angle. Let's break this again. Should have done that in this order to begin with. Put our piston here. Like this. Put this here. Cover that back up. We don't need this block anymore. And now we're going to put this right here, this right here, that right there. And then again, we're going to have a piston right here, except this one's going to be extended. This one I'm going to have the block right here, and I'm going to have a redstone torch right here, right? So now I need to wire the rest of this up. I'm going to put this right here. Don't really need that block there. Can't really hurt either. And I'm going to put this in here on a 2-tick delay, this in here on a 4-tick delay. And I'm going to wire that up with redstone. And then over here, I'm actually going to knock this down a little bit. Over here as well. And might as well just, for consistency's sake, we're going to have this go in right here. And have this go in right here. And again, 2-tick delay, 4-tick delay. Redstone. And complete the wiring right there. And last but not least, we're going to have to fill this with some arrows or snowballs or whatever. And we forgot one last bit. We forgot to put a redstone dust right here. That's very, very important. It wouldn't be complete without the signs. This is my no square. No, don't touch me there. There we go. Now we're done. Let's see if this works. There you have it, a no square. And the reason this will not work in Java is because we have a movable dispenser right here. This dispenser moves into place. You cannot do that in Java. I am sorry. This is the final contraption for this video. I like to call it the shuffle. Imagine this is a chest room, a cross section of it. You go up to open a chest, and all of a sudden, the chests are all shuffled around. And you can't find anything you're looking for. And you get off the pressure plates, which you didn't notice earlier, and now everything's in the wrong place. I'm going to show you how to do this if you have chests sideways or chests facing forward. Interesting side note, I found that this was a great way to get chests side by side and not have them be double chests. And if you decide to do this with chests going the long ways instead of widthwise, and you open up the chests over here after activating this device, they don't realign. You're going to end... Wait, I can't even open this. Yeah, it's just going to show a single chest, not a double chest. It's weird. Anyway, let's hop to it. You cannot make this longer than 12 because 12 blocks is the most that a piston can push. So let's just start with our little feed tape here. So we're going to have a piston facing this way. Let's do this. Make sure that this is facing this way to power it. Face this up into that one. We don't need that. Cover this hole back up. We're going to dig this up though. So we're going to put this one facing, no, not this way, other way. We're going to put it this way so that it sees when it goes off. And this is going to go right here like so. And there's the start of that. And I'm going to bring this all the way down. How many is that? That's going to be 1 to 8. 9, 10, 11, 12 is the furthest that a piston can push something. And we're going to put this piston right here. And we're going to place another one against the side of this. Face this one right here. Another one this way. Face this up again. And then bring this back this way. Now we're going to dig down some. I'm just going to bring this line all the way here. You don't have to worry about the signal strength not being strong enough because this can't be more than 12 anyway. Cover this back up. Cover this back up. And now pressure plates over here. Whoops. And chests. And then we'll put the last one right here. And you'll see that if I step on this, it starts shuffling around. And not only does it shuffle it around, but it turns them into single chests. This is actually pretty useful for that, if it's something that you want to do. If you want to make it a double chest area, that's no problem. And in addition to that right there, we're going to have this right here, that right there, and then and we continue that on to right there. Okay, there we have it. Cover that hole back up. And let's make this feed tape go in the other direction, right? So and this goes up this way. You see that's in the opposite direction of this one, if you're not sure. And this one will go right here. Put this up here. And now this one's going to go this way. And we got another piston right here. This goes this way. That goes this way. Get out of here. This goes here. And this gets placed under here like that. And now you have the same thing going in the opposite direction. So if I just place some chests right here, and then again, I like to put them over here so that if your friend hears something happening and gets suspicious, they have less time to react, because this is going to be the piston that moves something first. And of course, you would probably want to hide. You get the idea. You'd want to hide it like this over here. They don't want to see anything. And if you're worried about them seeing the pistons, you could potentially just remove some of these and replace them with blocks, right? You could just right, and then just like so, and then it's even harder to see. I mean, you can still see the observers going up top, but I don't think anyone will notice that. So then again, everything just starts moving around, including those blocks. Fun, right? You don't have to use wood. You could use stone and stone plates. You don't have to use these pressure plates either. You could potentially use a string and some hooks, a tripwire to trigger this. But have fun with this one. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget you can always find me live at twitch.tv/exiledsenpai. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the video and ring those bells.